Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and we are doing a road to season 2 video for Young, Famous, and African. It's Young, Famous, and African, right? Not Young, Rich, and African? Rich and Famous Africans. You know the show I'm talking about, okay? Don't worry about it, okay? We're wearing the African sweater today. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Down below, you'll also find a link to my Discord. Maybe I'll set up a channel for Young, Famous, and African. You guys let me know if you want one for that so that we can keep the conversation going over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically my recap / review of season 1. Somebody asked me to do a recap, maybe if you've watched it, maybe if you didn't. And then I'm going to review the trailer for season 2 because some things have changed in the dynamic of the friend group. Okay, so we're going to start with, I feel like least important storylines to like more important storylines. Okay, so first we have Kaylee, and they say our names are hard. Schwark. I'm gonna go with that, okay? So she is the girlfriend of cast member Naked DJ, a South African footballer, 28 years old. During the filming of the show, she and Naked DJ see a therapist to help sort out their relationship problems. So what happens with the two of them is when they first got together, Naked was a lot more romantic than he is now. So she wanted to have some external intervention. I think they were kind of bamboozled in it because she was supposed to go with Kanye. Yo, not me saying that like a Canadian. She was supposed to go with Kanye, but it didn't really work out.
Why do you always say that I argue? I don't argue. We don't fight a lot. You fight me a lot.
Okay.
I mean, Kaylee will say, hold my hand at the mall.
Don't say it like that,
Okay,
babe.
Kaylee, you can't interrupt him.
Yes.
Sorry.
So anyways, this girl, I don't know, she's the girlfriend of, so she's not really like that important. Let's talk about Naked himself. So Naked DJ, his real name is Quinton Mansina. Let's go with that. He's a radio personality and a club DJ. He is from South Africa. Quinton Mansina got divorced in 2019 from his then wife, Naledi Williams. He is 40 years old. This man, I feel like, is a waste of space. I feel like he's a waste of space. All he does is complain and antagonize, if you ask me. This might not be your opinion, but if you ask me, I feel like that's what he does, okay? And I say that because if things aren't going well with his girl, he'll blame it on Diamond and how he's treating Nadia and what's the other lady's name? Dang, I'm forgetting her name, but like he blames his relationship issues on other people. Even in his relationship, he'll blame it on this girl whose name has completely slipped my mind. Kaylee. He'll blame it on Kaylee and stuff like that. And I'm like, can you just, you know, like, take accountability for your stuff, like live your own life, you know? There's a part in season 1 where there is some drama between, what is Diamond's baby mama's name? I'm forgetting her name, but there's some drama between her and Kanye, basically because Kanye is the queen pin of the friend group and she feels like the other lady is trying to take her spot. So this guy and Kaylee, Naked and Kaylee, take her side without even having a full concept of why Kanye's upset, you know?
To me, you're coming across as a little girl who's throwing her toys out the cot for some reason that I don't understand.
Kanye, you said 7 speeches at your ball, and everybody respected that. Nobody disturbed you.
You must have had your conversation about this before even bringing it here. Naked, if you feel the energy was done, you should have brought energy to the room.
Guys, so every morning report your moods to us so we can act accordingly.
So I don't know. Kanye is one of his oldest friends. It's a weird one. Naked, he's not my favorite, but whatever. Next, I want to talk about Swanky because we don't really see Swanky a lot. Swanky is kind of like the sidekick of one of the other cast members, but he's on the show, so we're going to talk about him. The Nigerian superstar stylist, whose real name is Jeremiah Ogbodo, is in town with his best friend, Annie Macaulay Idibia. Mercy God. To make some moves in his career and loves a good party. He lives up to his name when it comes to his style and enjoys bringing fun to the group. He is just good vibes. So I will say for the most part, he's definitely good vibes. In the altercation I was talking about earlier, he did kind of lose his top a little bit. But for the most part, he's not necessarily a mediator, but he likes to get the background of the stories as to why people are upset, maybe cool down the room. That isn't his permanent position in the group, but he'll do it here and there. Yeah, for the most part, he's kind of a sidekick. And I don't want to say that because it kind of diminishes what he's done in his own realm, which is styling and stuff like that. We don't get to see him actually explore his career much. And that's one thing I'll say about the show that does need some revival. I would like to see these people in their craft. You know, I'd love to see Nadia on the stage. I'd love to see Swanky perform. I want to see what Kanye does, because it seems like Kanye just stays there and looks pretty. You know, like I need to see some more. But that's okay. That is Swanky. Then we have Andile Ncube. Andile is another one that pisses me off. Okay. Oh, this man. Let me read his description, then we're going to talk about Andile. Producer and TV personality with a number of known hosting gigs like The Search E, host South Africa, I don't know, and The X Factor South Africa. He was born and raised in South Africa. His interest in fellow cast member Zari, that's her name, Zari Hassan, shows on the show does not look fruitful towards the end of the season. So Andile is a guy who, he has 2 kids, but he's single. His 2 baby moms are very friendly with him. They're very beautiful too, which I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of shocked because I thought if anybody was going to be a little, how you doing? It was going to be Andile. But he's straight. He loves his women's, okay? So Andile annoys me because he starts this romance with Zari that is very one-sided, right? Zari is the baby mother of one of his friends, which is a Diamond. And he doesn't want to let Diamond know that he's feeling Zari, but then he also wants to flirt with Zari so blatantly in front of everybody else. It doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Of anybody you want to pursue the mother of your friend's children.
You know I love my kids. You know, once I see my kids, like, I don't think of anything. What? Excited to see him. Like, this is a real brother. He came to surprise me here.
I came to see you.
How does that make sense? Okay. He also seems like a guy who, how do I say this? I won't necessarily say he didn't get attention in his formative years, but maybe he revels in having beautiful women around him because it elevates his perceived status. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm the only one catching that, but I think he wants to attach himself to these beautiful women to make a name for himself. I'm just saying. I was also looking at the followers, and I shouldn't be saying too much because even my YouTube channel, it ain't like popping. So let me not say too much about followers and stuff like that. But there are a lot of people who double, triple, quadruple his numbers. You know what I mean? So I think he's trying to really make his mark here. And a part of that is attaching himself to these women. But that's just my theory. Maybe I'm stretching, but Andile, no shame. So let's talk about Zari. We have to talk about Queen Zari. I loved her and then I didn't love her. Zari, whose full name is Zarina Hassan, is a popular Ugandan businesswoman, artist, and socialite. She's a mother of 5, refers to herself as Zari the Boss Lady, with quite a huge following on Instagram, over 10 million followers. Wow. Oh, yes, honey. Nadia doesn't like her, probably because Diamond makes a move on her and later exchanges a rather PDA moment with Zari Hassan in her presence. So here's the thing with Zari. Zari's in the middle of everything, okay? When she says she's the boss lady, she's not playing around, both in her business life and in her personal socialite life, because wow, she is in the mix with Kanye, trying to take Kanye's hosting title, I guess you could say. She's in the mix with Diamond and Nadia because obviously Diamond is the father of 2 of her kids, if I'm not mistaken. Not all of the kids, but some of the kids. Either 2 or 3. And then Nadia doesn't really like her because she says she doesn't have feelings for Diamond. Both of them say that, actually. But Zari has the trump card of being baby mama. So even if you didn't have feelings, if you felt like your territory is being encroached upon, you can flex that baby mama muscle. You know what I mean? And Diamond always crumbles in the presence of Zari. So yeah, it's an interesting situation there. She's also in the mix with Annie because Annie... Why did her and Annie get into an altercation? Honey, the altercation was altercating.
When you called me, I assume you told Innocent, I thought that you guys had a thing.
Are you gonna go on the whole time or you need answers?
If you want to talk, because I don't think any answer can justify this.
The things your man is doing to you, it makes you feel intimidated and threatened.
Understand that you can't do that. That's my home.
So
don't
what?
Trespass. You're trespassing.
Have a nice day. You are a very insecure bitch. Fuck you and your silly marriage.
I don't quite remember what they were fighting about. Oh. So there was this event that Diamond was holding for all his friends or whatever. And this is where him and Zara were kind of showing flirty vibes, which made Nadia feel kind of weird, right? Annie's husband was in Nigeria at the time. He called in. Apparently he knows Diamond and he knows Zari for separate reasons. So he's trying to talk to Zari and Annie's feeling away. Zari calls her out saying, "You're insecure." Honey, it did not end well. This insecure storyline was going back and forth for a little bit. And in my opinion, I kind of side with Zari. It was just the delivery. The delivery wasn't great. But I do think she has a point when she talks about Annie's insecurity, for sure. Let's talk about Nadia before we talk about Annie. Nadia is a 31-year-old TV personality and rapper, born in South Africa to a South African mother and a Zimbabwean father. Okay. Outspoken and jolly, an entertainer, is confident about what she wants and is not afraid to say it. Well, she was afraid to say that she wanted Diamond. Let's just make that clear. Because there's this unspoken vibe between them, and she doesn't want to admit it, but it's very clear.
Hello, hi.
She's beautiful.
But I feel like I like big cars. Who you?
She didn't like it. I want to hunt. Jones, I wanna feel like now I'm hunting this. If I get the meal, it's a meal that I work for. I'm feeling it.
But you know that I'm in a relationship. I don't want you to think that I'm misleading you.
She's doing some things intentionally. Because the way how she worked, the way how he.
So even though she's here like, we're not even, like, it's not even like that. It's not even like that. Then why did Zari's presence irk you a little bit? You know, I will say at the time of the filming, she did have a boyfriend who lived internationally and she did go spend time with him and stuff like that. And safe to say it dissolved at some point because, if I'm not mistaken, she is currently grieving, rest in peace, the passing of AKA, who's a rapper in South Africa. He passed not too long ago. And I think their relationship was not too long, but they've known each other for a while. So yeah, she's going through a lot. I wonder how much of that they're going to cover in season 2. But yeah, Nadia's got a lot going on in this next coming season. I'm pretty sure Diamond is completely off her radar because I watched the trailer for season 2 and there's another woman who's on Diamond's lap now. It's a mess. So let's talk about Diamond. Diamond is a 32-year-old Tanzanian. I didn't even know he was Tanzanian, you know, because I listened to Diamond Platinum's music. Had no idea he was Tanzanian. I thought he was either Ghanaian or Nigerian because, you know, they're the ones who take over the music scene. But he's 32 and Tanzanian. He has 4 children with 3 different women. Wow. Amen. Wow. A big artist in East Africa. Simba, as he refers to himself, has 2 children with fellow cast member Zari Hassan. Okay, so it's 2 kids. That's what I thought. He believes he is a player and cannot commit to one woman. Am I a player? I know myself. He confesses on the show. So he's fully aware of the games that he is playing. Entertaining Nadia, knowing that he probably shouldn't, especially because she has a boyfriend. Entertaining Zari, even though he knows probably that will ruin their co-parenting situation. Also, we don't even know what he's doing back in Tanzania when he's not in the country, because he's only in South Africa a handful of days at a time. So, Diamond is a mess. But let me tell you who has Diamond beat. 2Baba. Okay? You think Diamond is a player? 2Baba birthed him. 2Baba is his father. Okay? I hope they're next because I want to talk about them so badly. Yes. So Annie is 2Baba's wife, okay? The wife of Nigerian musician 2Baba, a Nigerian model, actress, and presenter. She and 2Baba have 2 daughters. She is 37 years old. Their marriage troubles are evident on the show. Although the 2 renew their marriage vows at the end of the season, honey, you shouldn't have renewed nothing. I want to be careful how I talk about her because somebody told me that she is ill. So yeah, that's really tough. That's a really tough thing to deal with. But let me read 2Baba's thing and then we'll go into it. 2Baba, formerly known as Two-Face, and his legal name is Innocent. Ain't that so ironic? Is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, producer, and entrepreneur. He is 46 years old and is married to Annie Macaulay Idibia. Oh gosh. And they have 2 children together, Olivia and Isabella. 2Baba has a total of 7 children. He only got 2 with the wife, but he has 7 children. That means there are 5 outside children that we know of. Diamond also has an outside child that we're not sure if it's his or not, because the mom doesn't want to say, because she has somebody else that she's with. She cheated on her husband to be with Diamond. It's a mess, honey. But the real cheater is 2Baba. He has 5 outside kids. And you might be thinking, well, people cheat all the time. He and Annie have been together since before he was 2Baba or Two-Face. They've been together when he was just innocent. And innocent. He was innocent and innocent. This man got some fame and just turned into a menace, an absolute menace. Like, my heart breaks for Annie because the love she has for this man is borderline obsessive and a little bit scary.
I'm back in South Africa right now because I miss my baby and, you know, I just came to collect her. Behave yourself, my friend.
I never sleep alone today. Today, I did with my guy.
But this woman, time and time again, takes this man back. After the first child, I'd be like, okay, you know what? That was a rough one, but okay. The second one, I might cut you in your sleep. But this money is good, so I'm going to stay. 3, 4, and 5. Annie, I feel like at this point, you've made a name for yourself, independent of 2Baba. You can go. You can leave. Even on this show, she came to establish herself as her own entity outside of her husband. He eventually came anyways, but I'm like, you're making a name for yourself without being tied to 2Baba. Why are you? Oh gosh, like, I understand the lifestyle he provided, the fact that I think he's the only one she's ever been with because they were in high school when they got together, something like that, like very young. But This one is so painful, man. It's so painful. I hope in season 2, if she's there in season 2, she really stands firm. Because if I'm not mistaken, I heard a few months ago there was another child allegedly. Oh, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. The last few people we're going to talk about is Kanye and her boyfriend. So we're going to talk about her boyfriend first because he's very irrelevant. His name is Kudzai Mashonga. He's a Zimbabwean. He's on the show as the partner of Kanye Mbao. He is 28 years old and he's not on He's not on any social media platform currently. Interesting. Kudzai is a businessman. So they're saying he's a businessman, but he was allegedly exposed as like a scammer businessman. So yeah, he has money, but the money wasn't attained legally. Kudzai, why are you shaming us Zimbabweans like this? The Zimbabweans on the show are not making us look good. We have Kudzai, we have Nadia. Hi, Asha. No, man. No. Anyways, at the time of filming, Kudzai and Kanye are dating. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard that they've broken up. So Kanye Mbao is a 35-year-old woman who lives in Sandton, Johannesburg. Kanye is an actress, and she is a part of the main cast. She's savvy and knows how to get things done. She's also known as a woman who who dates married men or swindles billionaires? I forget which one it is, but it's one of the two. Okay. Kanye is a self-proclaimed OG of the group, honest and outspoken. She looks out for her friends. She has a following of over 3 million on Instagram and over 1.5 million on Twitter. So Kanye is that girl. Kanye is also in the mess all the time. One of the messy situations she was in was including Annie, and she was explaining her and her daughter's living situation. Apparently, Kanye's daughter, has her own apartment. So how it was being explained at the beginning of the show, I was thinking it's an own apartment somewhere else, detached from the mom completely, you know what I mean? And this is a problem because she's in her mid-teens at this time. Later on in the season, you see that it's literally like a conjoined apartment. And when you walk out this door, you can go, and the next apartment is the daughter's apartment. So I initially was on Annie's side, being like, this is very scary. I don't know why you want to do this. I'm a little bit less rigid about it, seeing how the apartment is set up. But at the end of the day, I don't think your 14, 15-year-old child should have their own apartment. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, Annie feels the same way. They start to butt heads, and in the midst of Annie talking to Andile, she was talking about her marital issues. Kanye jumps in, she hears it, and she's like, oh, you just showed me your weakness. Now I'm going to use it against you. Somehow they went from that to being really close at the end of the season. I think bonding against Zari did help.
This is your name. We didn't start like this. I can safely say that she's the closest friend that I have here.
But yeah, it's a mess, child. It is a mess. So I'm pretty sure Kanye is going to be in season 2. But I'm just going to do a quick viewing of the trailer for season 2 to see who we're going to see, what are the storylines going to be. Of course, I can't play the whole trailer like in full in this video, but we're going to see what I can put in.
I'm very professional. I put my job first because I put money first.
She's beautiful.
I look good all the time, 100% of the time.
Another designer.
Sex appeal. Some people just have it.
You have it.
We are going to blow up.
Kanye, who are you killing?
I will fuck shit up so bad.
I don't like Louis. He talks too much. Don't annoy me. I'm the biggest stars in Africa. Wow.
Wow.
What a miss.
For real.
Everyone is making a big deal about me and Diamond's relationship.
Haibo.
What is with that man? She's batshit crazy, so I think you need to tread carefully. Right, you're right. 2 kids and you still couldn't keep him, bitch.
Like it or not, man, just wanna fuck.
Hold on. You better stop. You're gonna get stabbed.
Can I have more champagne, please?
I forgot how some of that trailer went. So Zari is still on smoke, as we see. And this new girl is going to give her a run for her money. Honey, I'm ready. Ooh, I'm ready. So season 2 drops this Friday. By the time you see this, it would probably be in about 24 hours because I'm going to post this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm sorry to the people who asked me to do Young, Famous, and African the first time around, and I said no. I was misinformed. I was misinformed. I have seen the light, and we're going to do season 2 episode by episode. Okay, so if you're excited for that, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on Friday.